solid wall of earth and rock, with the water gushing 3 feet beneath his trainers. Then, with a deft duck and swing, he was inside the fissure in the hillside that they had found so long ago. Back then, it had seemed like a divine reward for their daring. He could no longer stand up in it, but slightly larger than a 2-man tent, it was big enough for 2 teenage boys to lie side by side, with the river rushing past and the trees dappling their view of the sky, framed by the triangular entrance. The first time they had been here, they had poked and dug at the back wall with sticks, but they had not found a secret passageway leading to the abbey above, so they gloried instead in the fact that they alone had discovered the hiding place and swore that it would be their secret in perpetuity. Andrew had a vague memory of a solemn oath, spit and swear words. They had called it the cave when they had first discovered it, but it was now, and had been for some time past, the cubby hole. The little recess smelt earthy, though the sloping ceiling was made of rock. The dark green tide mark showed that it had flooded in the past, not quite to the roof. The floor was covered in their cigarette butts and cardboard roaches. Andrew sat down, with his legs dangling over the sludge-green water, and pulled his cigarettes and lighter out of his jacket, bought with the last of his birthday money, now that his allowance had been stopped. He lit up, inhaled deeply, and relived the glorious encounter with Gaia Borden in as much detail as he could wring out of it. Narrow waist and curving hips, creamy skin between leather and t-shirt, full, wide mouth. Oh, hi! It was the first time he had seen her out of school uniform. Where was she going, alone with her leather handbag? What was there in Pagford for her to do on a Saturday morning? Was she perhaps catching the bus into Yarville? What did she get up to when she was out of his sight? What feminine mysteries absorbed her? And he asked himself for the umpteenth time whether it was conceivable that flesh and bone wrought like that could contain a banal personality. It was only Gaia who had ever made him wonder this. The idea of body and soul as separate entities had never once occurred to him until he had clapped eyes on her. Even while trying to imagine what her breasts would look and feel like, judged by the visual evidence he had managed to gather through a slightly translucent school shirt and what he knew was a white bra, he could not believe that the allure she held for him was exclusively physical. She had a way of moving that moved him as much as music, which was what moved him most of